Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 1. The play opens on the castle walls where Horatio has joined two soldiers who claim to have seen a spirit. Horatio doubts their story, but when the ghost appears, he agrees that it resembles the recently deceased King of Denmark. Twice he tries unsuccessfully to speak with the ghost. After it vanishes a second time, Horatio says he will describe what they have seen to Prince Hamlet, son of the late king.
Who's there?
No, who are you? Stop and identify yourself.
Long live the king.
Is that Bernardo?
Yes, it's me.
You've come right on time.
The clock's just stricken 12. Go home to bed, Francisco.
Thanks for letting me go. It's bitterly cold out and I'm depressed.
Has it been a quiet night?
I haven't even heard a mouse squeak.
Well, good night. If you happen to see Horatio and Marcellus, who are supposed to stand guard with me tonight, tell them to hurry.
I think I hear them. Stop. Who's there?
Friends of this country.
And servants of the Danish king.
Good night to you both.
Goodbye, who's taken over the watch for you?
Bernardo's taken my place. Good night.
Hello, Bernardo.
Hello, is Horatio here too?
More or less.
Welcome, Horatio. Welcome, Marcellus.
So, tell us, did you see that thing again tonight?
I haven't seen anything.
Horatio says we're imagining it, and he won't let himself believe anything about this horrible thing that we've seen twice now. That's why I've begged him to come on our shift tonight so that if the ghost appears, he can see what we see and speak to it too.
Oh, nonsense, it's not going to appear.
Sit down for a while and we'll tell you again the story, and you don't want to believe about what we've seen 2 nights now.
Well, let's sit down and listen to Bernardo tell us.
Last night when the star to the west of the North Star had traveled across the night sky to the point where it's shining now, at 1 o'clock, Marcellus and I...
Quiet, shut up, it's come again.
Looking just like a dead king.
You're well educated, Horatio. Say something to it.
Doesn't he look like the king, Horatio?
Very much so, it's terrifying.
It wants us to speak to it.
Ask it something, Horatio.
What are you walk out so late at night, looking like the dead king of Denmark, when he's dressed for battle? By God, I order you to speak.
It looks like you've offended it.
Look, it's going away.
Stay, speak, I order you to speak.
It's gone, it won't answer now.
What's going on? Horatio, you're pale and trembling. You agree now that we're not imagining this, don't you? What don't you think about it?
I swear to God, if I hadn't seen this with my own eyes, I'd never believe it.
Doesn't it look like the king?
Yes, as much as you look like yourself, the king was wearing exactly this armor when he fought the king of Norway, and the ghost frowned just like the king did once when he attacked the Poles traveling on the ice and sleds. It's weird.
It happened twice like this before, always at the exact same time. He stalks us by our post like a warrior.
I don't know exactly how to explain this, but I had a general feeling this means bad news for our country.
Alright, let's sit down and discuss that question. Somebody tell me why the strict schedule of guards has been imposed, and why so many bronze cannons are being manufactured in Denmark, and so many weapons brought from abroad, and why the ship builders are so busy. They don't even rest on Sunday. Is something about to happen that warrants working this day and night? Who can explain this to me?
I can, or at least I can describe the rumors. As you know, our late king, whom we just now saw as a ghost, was the great rival of Fortinbras, king of Norway. Fortinbras dared him to battle in the fight of our courageous Hamlet, killed old King Fortinbras, whom, on the basis of this vile legal document, surrendered all his territories along with his life to his conqueror. If our king had lost, he would have had to do the same. But now old Fortinbras' young son, also called Fortinbras, he is bold but unproven. He has gathered a bunch of thugs from their lawless outskirts of the country for some food they have eager to take on through enterprise of securing the lands of the elderly Fortinbras lost.
I think that's exactly right. That explains why the ghost of the late king would haunt us now, since he caused these wars.
The ghost is definitely something to worry about in the high and mighty Roman Empire. Just before the Emperor Julius Caesar was assassinated, corpses rose out of their graves and ran through the streets of Rome speaking gibberish. There were shooting stars and blood mixture in with the morning dew and threatened signs on faces of the sun. The moon, which controls the tides of the sea, was so eclipsed it almost went completely out. And we've had similar omens of terrible things to come, as if heaven and earth have joined together to warn us that something's going to happen.